A few years ago, I'm on stage giving a talk to a large audience and ask if anyone suffers from a fear of heights. A few members of the audience raised their hand, and I asked a young lady named Sarah to join me on stage. There, she tells me that she has suffered from that fear for over 20 years and can't even stand on a chair. I want to see that for myself. So I set up a ladder about that high right in front of her. As soon as Sarah sees that ladder, she turns pale, starts to shake, and can hardly speak. I explained to her that as a magician, I know some very effective methods, and also a hypnotist, of course, to reprogram the subconscious mind. And if she wants, I will tell this part of the brain that is responsible for that irrational fear of ladders to calm down and reprogram itself. Well, she agreed to work with me, and just 5 minutes later, she smiled again, walks towards that ladder, and climbs all the way up without any fear or stress response. In the air, she even extends her arms like she wants to hug the world. Like that. Now, this seems like a miracle, because only with a little nudge of myself, Sarah was able to let go of her conviction, I'm afraid of heights, I can't get up that ladder, and thus winning back her self-determination and, of course, more freedom in her life. So I'm here today to tell you that you are hypnotizing yourself every single day. And if you want to change and reach your goals, then you better be mindful about it. If you are, I promise you that you will experience, like Sarah, that miracles are possible. Why? Because it all starts with our mind. We all have one, but many people don't know how powerful it really is, and let alone how to use it. I mean, why else is it that so many people like Sarah have limiting beliefs that limit their life and they just don't get rid of? So, part of my life's mission is to make more people aware about the capabilities of their own mind. And the way I do it is to demonstrate it. And today, with this gentleman over here, would you be willing to getting to know your mind a little better? Yeah? Great, then please come on stage and you will be welcomed by a wonderful applause. Hi there, what's your name? Mika, nice to meet you, Mika. Thanks for the courage to come here on stage. I know that's a lot to ask. And you can stand on this point there. Mika, have you ever been hypnotized?
No, it's
all right,
not the first time.
Great. All you need to do is to focus on what I tell you. Imagine as best as you can the things that I offer you. And then you will see something happen in your body. All right? Can you extend your right arm in front of you and make a tight fist? Now just look at that fist and think of someone you love, someone who's close to you. And as you look at that fist, you feel that you become stronger. You become stronger and stronger, like this fist tighter and tighter, and you will realize that your arm becomes stiffer and stiffer and stiffer. Just imagine that your arm becomes like a steel bar. The more you think of this person, the stronger you will become. When I try to bend your arm, this arm becomes like a stone. Make it harder and harder. Imagine you're Superman, and then you will see that this arm becomes so stiff that you cannot bend this arm anymore. You can try, but that arm is like rigid. Try to bend it and find you cannot. Try with all of your force. Are you playing along? No, right? You can take your left arm and try to bend it as well. Try and find you cannot. It's impossible, right? All right, relax this, and relax that, and just relax everything. That's right, that's right. How are you feeling?
Free.
You're free, freedom again. Take a deep breath in and close your eyes. And as you're going deeper and deeper now, listening to the sound of my voice, your body relaxes even more. You relaxes, and this arm is so heavy, you don't have to help me. When I drop it down, you go 10 times as deep into this relaxation. 1, 2, 3. That's right. The next time I say open your eyes, something very strange has happened. You're so deep in this relaxation. Everything that I tell you will become your reality. When I say open your eyes, you will open your eyes and I will ask you what your name is, but you can't tell me your name anymore. That name is gone from your mind for that moment, for that situation, because you have a super powerful mind. When I say open your eyes, your name is gone from your mind, not your head, if you understand. That's okay. When I say open your eyes, you can't tell me your name. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Open your eyes, shake your legs, how you feel. Fine. By the way, my name is Thimon, what's yours? So what's your name? And now you forget it, and it's gone from the mind. Tell everybody what's your name. Everybody has my name. I have a name, my name is Thimon, what's yours? It's just gone, right? You had a name? Every time you look at me, that name is gone. When you look back into the audience, it's back again. But when you look at me, it's gone again. Look at the audience and tell your name.
Mika.
What was the name? Thank you very much. Nice round of applause. It's strange, isn't it? Would you mind looking at your hand? Just look at your hand. Now I have here an invisible glove. When I put this on you, you will feel that your hand gets anesthetized. I will put it here and your arm gets very cold, tickling, and you won't feel a single thing anymore. Look. How does it feel? You don't know? How's the feeling? I mean, how would you describe it? Because now you feel the sensation, but you don't feel any pain. You just feel pressure. Is that correct? You just feel pressure. You feel nothing. Is that correct? How is that feeling? Yes. You can try yourself and find how, try it. It's really painful usually, but you can see you don't feel anything, do you? You know what I did? Look at here. I pinched you in your hand. You pinched me and you didn't feel that, right? Just because you imagine an invisible glove that anesthetizes you. I take this off. You don't feel any pain at all. You just feel that something happened there, has nothing to do. Thank you very much. You can relax and you're back in the room, no longer under any spell. And take a deep breath in and out. And when you walk from this stage, you feel alive and fully vitalized. I give this glove as a souvenir. You can take it, and every time you feel pain, you just put it on, and the pain will disappear. Okay. Thank you very much for helping. Thank you very much. Now, I can understand that seeing something like this for the very first time can be quite strange. So let me explain what just happened. Have you ever watched a movie, a sad movie, and felt a lump in your throat or even cried? Who did? It's strange, isn't it? Even though we know the movie isn't real, our body reacts to it as if it was. Real sensations, real physical sensations, and real feelings. Our mind makes it real. Mind-body connection. Now, a movie director creates images in our head with his movies. A hypnotist does the same thing. He creates images through words. I didn't inject Mika with an anesthetic, did I? I didn't give you drugs before the show, did I? You didn't take any. No. I just told him what to imagine. And because Mika did, his body reacted to it. His mind made it reality. And when you let this sink in and understand, you will notice that everyone in this room is a hypnotist themselves already. Because we are thinking, we're imagining, we're talking to ourselves all the time. And guess what? Our mind picks up on that and makes it reality. And if this mind can make us cry in the movies, stick to the floor, make our name forget, or even stop physical pain, what do you think happens when you lose yourself in bad thoughts and worst-case scenarios like, what happens if the plane crashes? What happens if I lose my job? What happens if I forget the lines of my TED Talk? This purely is negative self-hypnosis. You know, Mark Twain once said, "I'm an old man and have known a great many troubles. Luckily, most of them never happened." So this brings me to the title of my talk, eventually. Stop hypnotizing yourself negatively. Negatively is not an important word, but stopping your hypnosis, your self-hypnosis, is not enough. It's the first step. The second step is start hypnotizing yourself positively, meaning cultivate a goal-oriented mindset. Imagine the following. A man gets into a taxi. Taxi driver asks, "Where do you want to go?" Man replies, "Not to Hamburg." Okay, the driver, a bit confused, asks again, "All right, but where do you want to go?" "And certainly not to Munich." Sounds paradoxical? Yet many people behave in the same way or a similar way when it comes to personal change. They focus more on what they want to eliminate in their life. The suffering, the pain, the drama, everything they don't want. They know a lot about it, rather than on what they want to achieve. See, we have this super powerful mind that, in fact, is working for us. And in order to make our life easier, it can initiate the most impressive psychological and physiological changes you can imagine. You have witnessed some. But in order to do that, we need to have a clear picture about what we want, and then shift our attention to it as often as we can. Only that way our mind can pick up on that. Only that way the taxi driver knows where he should take us. Let me give you an example. At one of my seminars, a renowned psychotherapist told me about his block when it comes to sending reminders for unpaid bills. Now, this might seem like a small problem to you, like, just send them. What's the big deal about it? But don't we all have important things that we procrastinate on for whatever strange reason? So let's be mild. For him, it was a big deal. Because it ended up in big sums of unpaid bills, and he felt bad every time he thought about it. So I asked him, how would you like to behave in this matter, in an ideal world? And how would you like to feel about this matter? If you didn't have this problem, how would you feel? He thought about it, tell me, and then I asked, all right, but what thoughts would you need to have about yourself, about life, about others, so that you could and can behave and feel this way? I asked him to write it down, create a blueprint of his ideal self, about his feelings, thoughts, behaviors, so that he can focus on as often as he can, reread and visualize it. Now, I have a little excerpt from his manifest, from his blueprint, and I will go quickly over so you get an idea. I fully recognize the value of my work and services. It is my right to receive fair compensation for the quality and effort invested in my work. I feel comfortable and confident when I request payment because I know my work is valuable. In my reminders and conversations, I exude confidence and clarity, and so on. You can look at the video later on. So you see, it's very goal-oriented. And I asked him, hey, you need action plan. Regular review, check open invoices once a week. First reminder, friendly email reminder to client after the payment deadline. Phone call after 2 weeks, friendly and professional call, and so on and so on. So he wrote it down. I received an email 4 weeks later in which he wrote me that his problem has disappeared since the ending of my seminar. He didn't even have to look at his blueprint anymore. Only creating this blueprint, only getting clarity about his goal was enough for his mind to implement the changes he needed to achieve his goals. Remember Sarah? the woman with the fear of heights? When she stood in front of that ladder, I did the same thing. I told her, close your eyes and think back to a situation where you felt safe and in control. See what you saw back then. Hear what you heard back then and feel what you felt back then. When she felt that, I asked her to imagine a movie screen in front of her and to see herself on that screen, in that movie, how she climbed up that ladder calmly and secure. Watching herself doing the things she wanted to and acting like the person she wanted to act. After that, she opened her eyes again and was able to turn this imagined movie into reality. Her mind made it possible. So what's the takeaway from all of that? Let's see. Start hypnotizing yourself positively. Change the way you talk to you and about yourself. Shift your attention towards what you want. Create a blueprint about that ideal version of yourself. Include how you want to think, feel, and behave. Reread and visualize that blueprint as often as you can, and let your mind make it real for you. So, let's put all this together and do it together. Everybody, please stand up. That's nice. All right, extend your right arm next to you behind your neighbor's back. All right, and now just have a look first. Don't do it yet, just have a look. In a moment, I want you to turn mindfully, don't break your body, as far as you can, and remember where your thumb is pointing to. All right, do it now, turn it. Remember how far you can go, perfect, and then please come back. Let your arm drop and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. And as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, I want you to imagine that you are stepping out of your body, floating up into the air, seeing yourself from above. With your eyes closed, you imagine now that you put up your arm again. Just imagine it and see yourself in your imagination only how you turn again. But you go further this time. You go 10%, 20%, 30, even 40% further than before. Now you come back into your body and feel the experience you made. Feel the new capabilities and the possibilities. You are flexible, you are stretchable. Your body can accustom to new problems. You can go over your barriers and you can widen your horizon. When I say open your eyes, you will open your eyes again. You will extend your arm again and you will go further. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, extend your arm and go on. Turn yourself, turn, go further, go further, go further, go further, and see how far you go. Give yourself a round of applause for doing that. And that's why you should always start hypnotizing yourself positively. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much. Thank you.